Hi, this is Dick and Chris here at SaratogaWine.com with a quick recap for you for the 2022 Bordeaux vintage. We just went down to New York City for a little preview show from the Union de Grand Cru de Bordeaux.
Yep.
And had some pretty fantastic results. So, Chris, what do you think?
I thought it was great for such a young vintage. I thought many of the wines showed early drinkability, but still with some longevity to them.
Yeah.
You know?
There's a lot of hype around the 22 vintage as well.
Yeah.
There's been a couple comparisons to the legendary 82, but certainly some,
10, 15, 20.
Kind of hit all the right notes, even though it was a very hot vintage. We're reading and kind of discovering that there's still a real freshness to the wines, which I think really lent itself well in these wines.
Right, like you hear all the winemakers. It was fun talking to a lot of people that actually make the wine.
Yeah.
They were saying harvest time, it was perfect. They got a little bit of rain when you needed it, cool evening, so you get that good diurnal shift.
Yep.
So that helps retain the freshness.
Right.
You got plenty of fruit, plenty of tannic structure, plenty of acidity, keeps it fresh.
Right.
I thought in particular at this moment, the right bank showed well, Saint-Emilion
Right
and
bank.
Pomerol.
Absolutely.
That seems like where it's early on, where
Yeah.
that's going to be most promising.
And we found a couple gems in Saint-Julien
Yep.
and Margaux especially, those really kind of shone through, but really the right bank was just absolutely singing right now.
Fun to try.
Yeah, and I think from our discussions with the winemakers and whatnot, they were really loving the Merlot this year, especially the Cap Franc as well, because we saw some pretty high proportions in some of the left bank estates as well, which was a little surprising.
Yeah, it's the one that I talk about a lot is talking to the winemaker at Chateau Siron.
Yeah.
I noticed he was 53% Merlot, more than the Cab, and I said, "Do you guys do that often?" And he said, "Fairly often, but in this vintage in particular, they were very heavy Merlot over the Cabernet Sauvignon."
Yep.
And it just kind of you could tell that was of the Margaux, I think the easiest drinking already.
Yeah.
Beautiful wine.
And aside from your typical top estates, I think probably the best takeaway for us was that kind of $30 to $50 and $50 to $100 range retail was beautiful. They were exceptional. I think they're going to drink well above their price point. And they're not going to be cheap. The release prices on the 22s on Premier were pretty high to begin with, but those are going to be absolute blockbusters for you. So really look out for those.
The sweet spot, price vis-a-vis quality is going to be right there.
Yeah, there's going to be lots of high scores for sure. Collectors, again, the prices are starting high, so but I think they're definitely going to appreciate over time.
Oh, no doubt, yeah.
But again, you're going to pay for it.
Yeah.
So.
And it's going to be worth it in the long run.
Yeah.
If you have some patience for some of the bigger boys, they're going to drink amazing when they're ready.
Yeah, if you like to drink them young, grab anything in that under $100 range. You're going to be really impressed.
Absolutely.
So. All right, cool. Until next time.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.